Hey buddy, this is John Plantech, and this is going to be a little test, video test of one of my Copper Cube games. This was part of our third-person top-down shooter that we're still doing. I just released a Construction 2 video, and I'm going to be releasing the other two videos actually within the next couple days to a week. So within like a week, you're going to see the other two videos just drop. I also want to finish the third person, top down, and then start in on a top down. This is also a video test of a entry level phone from LG. So this is, you're gonna see a review of that. They sent me one of those over there. So as you can see, yeah. Okay, the reason why this is a little buggy is because I have dynamic lights on everything, which is probably not so good running on the LG Ultimate 2. The CPU is already pretty warm, but I have been running some test games on here almost all day. So it, in certain parts, runs good. Now this is a huge scene, so I made a screenshot or something like that, some scenes in. But the scene that we're currently in is massive. Let's see if I can show you real quick, guys. So that's the scene we're currently in. That's running on a 1 gig, 1.2 gigahertz, and nothing like special in the GPU, so graphics processor unit, or the CPU. That's our scene. And if we run it in Windows mode, so the exe format, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there we go. It runs pretty smooth. Now, if I were to get a phone or a device that had 2 gigs or like a Tegra device, and I may do that. I have a gaming tablet called the WikiPad, and I may test it on there, so you may see a bit of that on the end of the video. But we have all this stuff is dynamic. So if I exit out of there and I click on, so let's go to one of our lights so I can zoom in a bit more. All of this stuff is dynamic. So we're gonna go over here to materials, and you can't see. But trust me when I say all of our stuff is lighting dynamic. So if I were to set that on static, you see how it brighten, and then we say none. It's got some other dynamic stuff, but I've got all of my lights on. All of these are dynamic. What do you call it? Grounds. So that's taking a huge amount of CPU. So I have to take all of these lights, not all these lights, but all these areas, and make them non-dynamic. So that's static. Okay, so some of the stuff is, there we go. And all of these also have normal maps, which I'm pretty sure is taking up a lot of CPU. So if I were to put on none, and then solid, as you can see right there, we have a change, but we also have a change in, there we go. There's, so if we have no normal map, you can actually see the change between none, so that's a static light, which means no lights will affect it. And then we have static. So we can have a baked light map. So if I were to have one item I could show you right now, what baked lighting is. It's basically a light map, or the way the light looks at something has been baked over it. And then if we do dynamic, so this has normal maps, but it has a dynamic light on it, which means the light does affect it. So if I were to move this light, I could either brighten the area or not brighten the area. I'm going to set that back to normal mapped. Boom. Alright, so what I'm probably going to do is this, either bake everything, or I am going to, there we go, that's a dynamic area. So if I were to make that area as static, dynamic, it affects it even more. Because it's dynamically lit. So we're gonna have shadows and everything. Okay, if I make everything static, remove the normal maps, bake the lighting or something like that, you're gonna have better FPS rather than just having this. So right now, it is kind of good, but the processor is just having a hard time calculating everything. If we had 2 gig phone or one of those 3 gigs or a better like NVIDIA processor, that'd be a whole lot better. But I'm processing so many, as you can see right there. The smoke coming out of that fan is just having so much time, and this phone is actually getting really, really hot. But we're going to be working on mobile FPS, as they've actually updated it so the touch controls are a whole lot better, and you can mess around with them a whole lot more. But as you can see, this area, toggle wireframe, is just massive. It's got a whole lot of triangles in it, a bunch of ground, which normally you're not supposed to have in mobile games. I mean, you can, but it's more like minimized, and it's direct traffic, pre-made. So you take something in Blender and you pre-make it, the path that you're going. And we can actually do that. We're going to be doing that a bit. We'll probably do that in Sculptress. Or do it in this game engine. So we're going to be working on a very, very simple FPS for mobile, to where you are basically, if you guys looked at Doom 3 Resurrection for the iPhone, or Nova Vanguard Alliance for Android, you can have a device play very well, and you can actually make it. So we're going to be taking some assets, putting them inside of a game, probably using these models, as they do have other textures, and they already work, they're already low poly, and they're already ready for mobile devices. So like the button if you enjoyed it. This is also a video test for the LG, I'm going to put it somewhere, basic phone, so around 100 $80 to $100. So this is like the ultra basic, a step up from this though, but as you can see, they can still play it. And if this phone can play Nova, then I'm pretty sure they can make we can play a game on these that we make. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that little course, and I'll see you in the next video.